Hello fellow makeup lovers. So today I'm going to be talking about a new sponge at the drugstore and I'm super excited about this. It is the Japonesque Kumadori collection sponge, and what really drew me to this sponge was the aesthetic of it. It is black and red swirls. It is obviously dirty now because I just did my makeup. I just tested it out and all that. So it's not as beautiful, but you guys will see in just a minute what it looks like when it's clean. But if you want to see my thoughts on this sponge and if it is worth your money or not, then just keep watching. So before I go in with foundation, I'm going to start off with a primer just to prep my skin. And today I'm going to be using the Glossy Priming Moisturizer Rich, which just looks like this. I got this like a week ago and I've just been testing it out. Please don't mind my skin. It looks awful. I think that the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer is breaking me out because it's only in my T-zone. So I'm giving my skin a break from that. But this is like really moisturizing. It's like a moisturizer and a primer mixed, but it's like for really dry skin because it's the rich version. They have another version which isn't the rich one, and that one I would assume is better for like normal to combo. So while I'm letting that soak into my skin, we can talk about the sponge a little bit. This is the Japonesque Beauty Sponge in the Kumadori collection. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but this is just the little packaging that it comes in. So here's what the sponge looks like dry. It is so aesthetically pleasing. So far it actually feels pretty promising. It's soft. It's not super dense, but it does have a little bit of denseness to it. But overall, for being dry, it is very soft. It seems pretty bouncy, and like I just love the black and red swirls so much. So here is what it looks like dry. I'm gonna go wet it. Here's what it looks like now that it is wet. It definitely did expand, but there's just this texture with a lot of sponges that are coming out. For this one, for the Ulta Beauty sponges, for the Flower Beauty sponge, they're all super soft, but they don't feel like a beauty blender. It's so mushy is like the best way I can describe it. Here, I'll show you guys. If I press it down, you see how it takes a little bit to come back up? So it's definitely not the same material as the Beauty Blender, but it does feel very soft. So I'm pretty sure it'll work, but let's just go ahead and start using it. We're gonna start off with foundation now, and today I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 100, which is the lightest shade. I have a whole video reviewing and doing a wear test on this foundation. I can leave down below in case you guys are interested. I don't even want to like get it dirty. It's so pretty. Whoop. It makes the weird noise. If you guys saw my Flower Beauty sponge video, I was telling you how that sponge had the weird noise. This feels exactly like it. But I can already tell you that I would prefer this sponge because of the shape and because of the design, which is like the main reason why I had to buy it. Looks super nice. Blending in really pretty. So I think that my foundation looks really nice. It looks the way it normally would. I used 4 total pumps, which the pumps are kind of small on this, and that's the normal amount that I would use for any other sponge. So I don't feel like it soaked up a ton of product. I think it looks really nice, so it definitely does the job. We're gonna go ahead and use some concealer now, which I really need. I only had 4 hours of sleep last night, so we're just gonna hit it with some concealer. Also gonna spot conceal because my face hates me right now. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tap that in with the pointy end of the sponge. Oh yeah, that's really pointy. It gets like right up in there. That's nice. That's the perfect point, the perfect shape. Like I don't even have to. Normally I blend as much as I can and then I go in with my pinky and blend out the inner corner. This actually gets in there. So as of yet, I have not heard a single person talk about this sponge on YouTube. I think it is pretty new, but you guys, this sponge, I'm feeling it. It's really good. Hopefully it catches some hype because, I mean, it's beautiful for one. Most drugstore sponges are just one color, so I really like the design. And it's doing a really good job. And this point is everything I need. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the RCMA No Color Powder, and just for the heck of it, I'm going to use the sponge to set my face. Oops, I just dropped a crap ton of powder on my legs. So I'm only setting the spots that I put concealer because for the most part this foundation sets itself. So before I finish up the rest of my face, just to use the sponge one more time, I'm going to go in with my iconic London Illuminator. This is so freaking beautiful. I got it, I don't know, like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I've been using it every single time I do my makeup. It's the first liquid highlighter that I feel like I can actually wear on its own and get like a really intense highlight without having to set it. So I just added a little drop of that to the back of my hand. Just going to pick some up with the sponge and add that on the tops of my cheekbones, which I will blend out in a minute. I just like to add the product first. This might look a little funny on the Fenty foundation because the Fenty foundation is very, very light. Oh god, it does look really funny. But when it blends into the skin, I feel like the dark undertones kind of just melt in. Don't know how to describe it. It just looks very natural, but hopefully that still works out on top of this foundation and I don't look like a clown. This is my first time wearing this highlight with this foundation. Okay, you guys can see. Didn't like the darkness just melt away? Yeah, I definitely prefer that with my fingers. It's not working out for me with the sponge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and I'll be back with my final thoughts on the Japonesque sponge. Okay guys, so my overall thoughts on this sponge is that it is actually really, really good. I'm so glad that I took a chance on it because it didn't even have a single review on the Ulta website when I bought it. So I'm really, really happy with this sponge. I highly recommend it to you guys to try out. It is $10, but Ulta often has 20% off coupons or $3.50 off 15, buy one get one half off, all different types of things. So I think you could definitely get it cheaper. I really don't have anything bad to say about the sponge. I think it works perfect for foundation and concealer. I'm so obsessed with this little point. It is so tiny, so precise, so perfect for getting right in there. So I feel like this little point is even better than the Beauty Blender point, which is pretty high up in my books. So after I finish filming this video, I'm going to go ahead and wash the sponge. So I will leave on screen right now if it bled because the colors are black and red. So I'm not sure if it's gonna bleed dye at all, but I will definitely leave it on screen. That way you guys know. But besides that, I really, really love it. I think this is going to be one of my new holy grail sponges. I will have it linked down below for you guys. It is an affiliate link, which means I make a small commission, but if you shop through it, I am always grateful. But if you're not comfortable with that, then I always leave like the full name of the product, so you can just Google that in your search engine and find it through the Ulta website yourself if you want to. But yeah, that's everything I have to say. I am so happy with this sponge. So right now I'm gonna have some videos popping up. If you want to click on them and watch some more of my videos, then you know they're right there for you. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.